see. I haven't had any sleep now for about 24 hours. Because I went on the sleeper train from Exeter to London Paddington, and I didn't sleep because I can't sleep in front of people. So when I woke up on Monday, I woke up early. I think it was like early for me because I hadn't had much sleep. Like I think it was like around 10 o'clock, maybe 10:30 at the very latest. This is AM. And then I went throughout the day getting stuff ready for my trip. And then I didn't go to sleep. And I went on the sleeper train from Exeter to London Paddington without any sleep. And then I dropped my luggage off at the hotel and ate my salads and tuna in the lounge. Then I went on the bus after the tube to go to the zoo after I'd had a Pret a Manger thing. So I'm now in the actual Premier Inn hub, and I wanted to show you the difference. It's a bit like stepping into a space zone, I think. It reminds me of like a spaceship type setup. It's very strange, but very good space saving. But another thing is I'm on the 8th floor. 8's my lucky number as it happens, but I don't think I've ever stayed in a hotel where I've been so high up. I don't like heights very much. Let me show you. It's a bit dark out there. And so this is the view. I mean, it's a damn good view. I've been wearing these clothes all day. I love these clothes, actually. It's like, oh my God, this is my Premier Inn hub, Marleybone. Just look how much you can see over London. And it's quite like, you know what I mean? I don't know if I can... I was going to see if I could turn the lights off so you can see it properly, but I don't know that I can. I don't know how to turn the lights off. That's going to be great, isn't it? I don't know how to turn the lights off. I'm going to end up on them on all the time. Let's have a look. Oh, that's quite sexy lighting, isn't it? Oh, shoot. Right, okay, so first of all, let me show you. Right, this is like in the dark now. I don't like being in the dark, actually. I hate it, but luckily I've got the curtains open. So this is my view. This is live, luckily, at Premier Inn hub. This one, Marleybone, in London, which I'm currently at. You get free Wi-Fi. Now, in the normal Premier Inns, you usually get free basic Wi-Fi, but you have to pay more to get an upgrade to be able to stream and stuff like that. So I'm streaming just with their free Wi-Fi, which I think is an absolute bonus. So I like it a lot from that point of view. But look at my view. You could say this is a stunning view, right? This is like all over London. But I'm 8 floors up. Do you know what this is like for someone who hates heights? I mean, just look at it. I hope you're enjoying this, because I would be if I was sat at home thinking, oh, I'm okay. I'm just sat at my home. I don't have to look at that height. Plus, I just think it's super cool to kind of see it from someone else's point of view. Right, so this is a view, and I think it's really nice, actually, view. It's just that I don't like heights. It's a bit scary for me. I'm like, don't look down, Sandra. Don't look down, honey. I love you. So, yeah. Look at the pink sky. Can you see it? At night. Isn't that beautiful? It's like a pinky purple. It's really gorgeous. Look at the clouds. If you look at them, sometimes I think it's interesting to look at the cloud shapes. Looks a bit like dog's paws, doesn't it? In snow or something, pink snow. What do you think? Do you like looking at shapes of skies? But look at it, isn't it beautiful? All purpley pink all along here. Can you see that? And when you look at the lights, I've got to admit, it's a spectacular view, even though I don't like heights. But yeah, 8's my lucky number. So anyway, so this is it in the dark. And they've got these panels. I'm like, oh my God, I can't even see what I'm doing. Right, okay, so in a Premier Inn hub, this is different because they've got these light switches, which I have never used before in my life. Oh my God, what's happening? What's happening with it all? Right, okay. So it's actually lowered the lighting somehow. I don't know how. Oh, right, okay. Right, so this is what it looks like. It's a bit futuristic, don't you think? Like, I don't know if I can put the other light on. Right, so it's also like solar panelled here, right? So I don't actually know what these things do, but it seems like this takes it down and this takes it up. Oh, right. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's smart. Right, so in this hub, let's go back to the window. What's different? This has got a blind in it. So instead of having curtains, the only way you can do it is putting down this blind, which I think is quite a funky blind, right? But it's very different. So we'll pull down the blind. So in a normal Premier Inn, they have curtains, right? In this hub, they got a blind, which is different, okay? It takes ages to pull the thing down, right? So let's pull it down, right? So in the hub as well, so if we go back to like the beginning of the room, it's kind of a bit weird. So you got your hairdryer there, stuck on the wall, coat hooks there, and then you've got like this few hangers and a mirror. But then the toilet, right? The toilet's a bit, I actually love toilets. When I go away, I'm like, the toilet and shower's good, then I'm good. I think this is like a major part of the room. I mean, look at this spectacular shower cubicle and bathroom. If you know what I mean, it's a whole bathroom. It looks like a shower cubicle over there within a shower cubicle, if you know what I mean. The way they've designed it, it's very futuristic. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I could see myself naked through there. Maybe that's what couples like about these rooms. If they're sexually inclined, maybe they like the fact they can go on the bed and they can spot their partner naked in the toilet at the same time. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit weird, isn't it? You've got to admit that the toilet should have privacy, right? So personally, I think imagine if you just had a friend stay in your room with you or something, or had a friend over for like, I don't know, some late night beers. I'm not interested in drinking alcohol at all, but just suppose you had, some friend with you and they were like here for like, I don't know, with you till like 2 a.m. or whatever, or just kicking around with some beers or whatever they're doing. But you can see, if you go like that, you can see them on the toilet and stuff. Do you know what I mean? I personally don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of couples don't mind going in the toilet together, the shower together. Don't mind one's in the shower, the other's on the toilet. In case you didn't know that, if you're asexual and never had a relationship before, you may not know this stuff. But this is what goes on with couples, especially heterosexual couples, right? So this is kind of weird. It looks to me like it's kind of a shower cubicle look with an actual shower cubicle in it, but I personally do not like this design if you're having like friends stay with you in your room, for example. Do you know what I mean? Like if you're out late with them, you might just want to come back here and chill for a bit, but they could easily peek. I know they're your friends and they shouldn't be doing that, but they could easily peek over. I just think it's so violation of privacy, to be quite honest, but there we go. If they're just your friends and stuff, obviously if you're having sexual relationship, then people have sex, don't they? They show their whole bodies and genitalia, what God knows what else, so it doesn't really matter. But even so, I think a toilet should have some privacy if you want it. You don't really want your partner looking at you every time you go for a number 2. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, so I don't really like the fact that they've got this clear glass at the top. That's my point. I just think it's very futuristic. It looks nice, but I don't think it's very privacy, conscious. Right, so we got the shower. I like these. They've got these in the other ones, the normal Premier Inns on some of them. So you've got a big shower head and you've got a small shower head. I guess if a couple could fit in here easily. Some couples like to shower together and shower each other down. Some asexuals do like touching and sensuality and stuff like that. So, they might like to shower each other down, and there's certainly enough room. You could probably fit 4 people in there, although unless you're polyamorous, I really wouldn't recommend that. But I'm not into multiple people personally. But anyway, so, it's humongous. The shower is humongous. And the whole point of a hub is they're meant to be smaller and more compact, but can still fit as much in there. But I'd say, they've probably fitted in some ways a bigger shower than we normally fit in their other one in terms of the way they've designed it. But yeah, I like the fact that there's a big shower head and a small one. And it's quite interesting, the design. It's like a green and a cream. So you've got here now a different design in here. Oh, by the way, all the toilet rolls and towels are my request. They don't come with it usually. You're like, what the hell's all these towels? Right, I usually use 3 towels per shower, and I'm gonna have a shower tonight most likely before I go to sleep, because I haven't had one all day and I haven't slept for about 24 hours, and I don't really want to go to sleep being dirty, so I'd rather have my shower before I go to sleep. Have another one tomorrow, so I'm like, I need 6 towels, please. So yeah. It's good to be quirky, but yes, the bin's in here. So this is a different thing with a hub. The bin is actually under the sink here, right? So they've put the bin in there. I'm not really sure what to make of that. I'm not sure if it's space saving or not. I can't work it out. You know what I mean? Because they kind of could have put one maybe here, because that just goes to here. You know, the shower door. Actually, I don't know if you know, but I used to work for a furniture company. Well, I'm quite into designing things in tight spaces, even though I didn't do the actual measurement side, because they could have fitted a bin down there. Do you see what I mean? Because this only comes out to here. So in terms of space saving, they could have used that space for something else. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Do you know what I mean? Because in a way, they'd be better putting the towels under there or something, but you can't really fit all those towels under there. Because this soap, this is the soap. I don't think this is a good design either. This soap is over here. The sink's over here. So it means every time you have soap, that's going to drip down on here, isn't it? And you're going to have to go... I mean, obviously, all these towels are not usually here. They usually just have 2 towels and a hand towel. But still, towels are usually there, right? I'm going to move these. I'm going to move some of them to under the bed. But I'm having a shower tonight, so I need to use some of them anyway. But you see what I mean? The soap is going to drip there. Why put the soap there when you could have had the soap over here? Actually near the tap where it's needed. So I don't think that's a very good design. This is like the hand basin. I've actually got a home. So my actual home is a bit like a nice hotel hand basin. I have to say I like that about my home. Rented home, right? So hello. Love to you all. Right, so that's my verdict. So basically it's a much more futuristic design. The bin's in a different place. I don't know if they all come with big heads and small head showers in the hub or not. I know in the normal premium some do, some don't. And it's got a theme. It's got this green and cream theme by the look of it. I think they're all quite like that, if you know. So yeah, this is known as frosted glass, by the way, in case you didn't know that already. And they don't have obviously all the space that you normally have hanging. I mean, the hangers aren't as great. They're not as good, I wouldn't say, as the other ones. But I don't know if there's much difference in it. They just look a bit thinner, so maybe there isn't. Yeah, and this is on this. There's usually a shelf here. In the other Premier Inns, there's a shelf, so you can put some stuff on there. You know, like hairbrush and stuff while you're brushing your hair. Now, this is the huge difference. See this bed? See how tall it is? Do you realise I'm only 5'4.5"? I mean, honestly, like, if we turn it round, right? Look. I don't know if you can see this. This is me trying to put my butt. Can you see this? It's me trying to put my butt on the bed. Just look at it. It's really high up. I don't know if you can see this, how high up it is, but it's really high up. Oh my God. Look. I don't know how I can show you because it's so compact in here. It's not, obviously it's smaller than the other ones, the normal ones, right? So this is a bed. It's really tall. Can you see? It's really tall off the floor. So this is very different to the normal Premier Inns. So you've got a drawer underneath the bed like this, and then they've got this like space here where you can put your clothes. So instead of having an actual wardrobe or some drawer space, they've decided to stick this here. Those extra toilet rolls are mine because she just gave me loads because I asked for extra. And she thought she'd give me a lot. But yeah, so this mattress is really thick. But this, just look at it, it's weird. It's like, how am I supposed to sit on that? It's really high up. I hope I don't fall out of bed because I've obviously got injured back at the moment. 2 broken bones in my back. The last thing I want to do is fall off this bed. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you'll see it's all this theme. It's all this theme of green and like kind of a mauve cream and colour. Do you know what I mean? Beigey colour. This is quite interesting. So they've got like different parts of London on there. So it's very futuristic. It's very modern. And yeah, this pulls out to like a table because I was trying to eat my pineapples. You can see I've still got some. So while I'm sat on this chair, I'm not really keen on green colour. you can pull this out and it doubles up as a table. So if you've got a laptop on, if you had a laptop, you could put this a laptop on here, you see, and you could have your seat here, sit at your seat, this chair that I'm sat on now, and then you could literally pull this out and have a laptop on it or something. I'm assuming that's what it's for, because, and then obviously you can zoom it in, and like that, it goes back to the bed like that. So yeah. Very interesting. The waters come free, by the way. The salads and the pineapple I bought myself, but the waters are free with the room. There's no kettle in this. So usually in the other Premier Inns you get a kettle and some complimentary teas and coffees. Not that I can drink them because I don't drink normal tea anyway. But instead, which I didn't know because I bought some water, you get 2 of these Bellu Purpose Full waters, 2 of them for free. And I thought that's better for me because I don't drink the teas anyway. And then at the foot of the bed, but up, not the foot as in down below, which is normally the foot end of the bed, I should say. The TV's mounted on the wall, so it saves space. And then this is like really weird. These are the control panels. Like, I have never used this until I came in here, so I haven't seen it. So this is the temperature. This is really modern. Do not disturb. Do not make up room. Oh my God. So tomorrow I'm going to be sleeping in, so I can't actually get them to make the room up because they usually do it by 11, and I forgot I need to sleep tomorrow because I haven't slept for 24 hours, and the Matthew Hussey's Love Life live is tomorrow evening. It means I'm going to be sleeping more in the morning till afternoon and day because I really need to for my health. So yeah, there's actually a light show on, one of those light shows where they show the they show like a story and lights on a wall and stuff, and it's out after Tottenham Court Road tube station. You see it, and it's got a new like artistic thing on there. I've shown you that before, so I'm gonna watch some of that hopefully. So I will be going earlier to the Matthew Hussey area. I went tonight to check it out, so I know the hotel now, I know where it is, I know where to go and everything, so I'm prepared for that. But I'm going to go to the light show first, I think, and then have some food. Or have the food first, then the light show, then walk first. So, yeah. So, I have never used this before. So, usually you would put a cardboard thing on the outside, like do not disturb or do not make up room. So, I'm going to have to put do not disturb tomorrow. Yeah. I don't know what the thing is. I have no idea. Book, it seems to control the lights in the toilet or something, or near the toilet. So this is all like touch screen. So when you move it, see, it alters the lighting. Oh, it looks like it's these lights here. It's all very strange and bizarre. So this one means I think you turn off all the lights, and I don't like that because I'm scared of the dark. This is quite creepy now. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh shit. Oh my God. Come back. Come back. Help. Oh no. Oh, this is disaster. I don't like it. Right. Come back on. I don't like being in the dark. Right, okay, so this controls the lighting. It's kind of weird because it's controlling all these different lights. I'm not sure I really like it. It looks weird. So rather instead of having bedside tables with bedside lamps on that, oh my God, I've turned the whole thing off again. I don't like this system at all. So yeah, rather than having bedside lights and bedside tables, which take up a lot of space, they've decided to put it all in that. But it alters all the lighting in the background here and here. So I don't really know which thing belongs to which at the moment. Oh, it seems like this partly dims it, I think. But no, it doesn't partly dim it because it's all dimmed it. So I don't really get that at all. Oh, the fan's turned off now. So this one is that crosses it out. So I don't really understand because this one crosses out the light bulb. So I don't see why this one's crossed out. I don't think I'm going to get much sleep tonight with this. Do you know what I mean? Seems very weird to me. This is better, I think, because it's like a bit lighter. So yeah, the lighting's very weird. This is like the ambience feel. So what they're doing is basically getting different feels in the room. This is like an ambience. I prefer this because at least you have some kind of light, but you know, you can probably get to sleep more on this. But yeah, I usually sleep with a light on at home. But it's very weird, this thing, isn't it? Very weird and bizarre. I don't even know what that other one is. What does that other one do? I'm going across the bed now, which is probably not a good idea for my... Oh. That looks like it's a toilet one. And a shower one. Oh my god, I just stepped off this bed. It's really high up. Look how high it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So basically the differences are... usually have curtains in a Premier Inn normal one without being a hub. You got blind. The chair's done differently in the way it's designed. This is called ergonomically designed when it's, you know, goes round. It's meant to fit in tight areas. So it's more ergonomical, meaning it's more shaped for the situation. And then you've got the pull, you know, you have to put your hand, this is a hand grip here, you pull that out. So you've got yourself a table, so you could use it for a laptop or for me for eating or whatever. Then you've got a bed that's higher up. Then you've got this drawer here, as I said before, the bed. And then you've got these like touch points here rather than just putting a card in. So usually with a Premier Inn, you have a card and the lights come on with the card. But that's not what happens here. There's no lights on with the card. This is a card. And I haven't even got it in anywhere. But it's free Wi-Fi, free water, and also they do free tea and coffee you can get downstairs in the lounge as well. So that's good. They are quite expensive. I'll tell you, it cost me £258 for 2 nights in here. That's quite a lot of money, but it's very plush. They got a lounge downstairs, like I said. So they do have a bar and stuff, which is really nice. And like I said, I didn't realise you can get free tea or coffee, which is no use to me unless they do herbal tea anyway. And then we go back to the design of this, which again is like green and cream and the bin in there, which is different. But yeah, this whole design is different. But I really don't like the idea. Well, it's not even an idea, really, is it? I mean, I'm short, but I'm sure a lot of other people, a lot of guys, for example, are taller. And if a guy's taller, like even I can wave my hand, it means that, you know, he could easily look over into the person, you know, who's on the toilet. Anyone, well, it doesn't have to be a he, it could be a tall girl or whatever. Or tall, you know, non-binary person. But my point is, you can look down into the toilet, and I just think that's so invasion of privacy, you know what I mean? Like, I know some couples love that type of thing, but I think even some couples do want some space from each other in the toilets and showers. They don't want to be like totally seeing everything from each other all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I just think it's, you know what I mean? This is not far up from the bed. If you're sat here with your knees here, I mean, look, I've got my knees on here now, and look, I can see all into that. I can see the person, you know, potentially on the toilet just by putting my knees on there. I just think this is really, really invasion of privacy. I don't like it at all. A tall person would naturally see in there anyway, even if they're not peeking, if you know what I mean. If they, I don't know, they could just see it. So I don't know, because I know some people, like when I was with when I did asexual group meetups, which I haven't done for since 2022, I used to go with some of the one or two of the people to the Premier Inn with them in their hotel room, because we just used to chill out for a bit before going out for a meal or whatever. Didn't used to do anything because I'm asexual, we're just friends. But you know what I mean? If this was the state of the toilet, you know, like you could see in there, it wouldn't be very good. I mean, I know it's about trust and about just, you know, one person sits down while the other goes in the loo, basically, and you just try not to look. But I still think it's badly designed. I still think there's no reason why this frosted glass couldn't be right high up. I don't see it. It's only for aesthetics. It's not practical. Personally, I don't like it. So, you know what I mean? That's my verdict, really. But I do like the, oh yeah, going back to this, I do like the fact this is a little table that pulls out. I thought that was quite cool. You know, I'm glad they got something to cover the 8 floor story hotel. It's more than 8 floors, it's like 12 floors, but I'm on the 8th floor. So anyway, yeah. So that's my verdict of the Premier Inn. I think if you're like I think if you're asexual, it's even worse, because I think if you're heterosexual, well, I wouldn't say every heterosexual. I know heterosexuals are very private and they don't want to see each other go to the toilet and they don't want to see each other like shower and stuff. But I know other couples that, you know, like one person will be in the shower, the other person will be on the toilet, and vice versa. This is how it actually is. Whether you or not you knew that, I don't know. So, you know, some people don't, couples don't care, but even so, I think, you know, you have to have like some time to yourself sometimes. I think it's intrusive. And I think it's not privacy conscious at all. And like I said, if you have your friends over, it's just in your hotel. Like, some people do have their friends over in their hotel room. They're not doing anything. They're just chilling out. I think some of the people, they go to a party, get drunk, and they end up crashing in the hotel room together. Without, well, maybe I'm just so innocent in an asexual way that I don't think anything actually happens with that. But you know what I mean? I think it's an interesting concept. I like the concept that it's compact. I like the fact they've made it quite plush and compact, and they've given good storage solutions. But I really do not like that glass situation with the toilet. It's okay because I'm on my own. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't really matter to me. You know what I mean? I'm on my own, and I understand sexual people if their partner's showering. Some people have a thing called voyeurism. And I guess some asexuals might be like this as well, but it's kind of like when you're like looking at something in a sexual manner without them being aware of it, really. If you know what I mean. And so, you know, I guess some people like looking at their partner naked, it turns them on or whatnot. I mean, I know some, I'm getting a bit squeamish talking about this, but some people apparently like watching their partner the partner masturbating themselves, if you know what I mean, rather than masturbating them. I don't know how to, you know what I mean? So they like seeing someone perform sexual stuff on themselves with their body and stuff. They like watching that, you know what I mean? So I guess for people who've got that type of fetish and like that type of stuff, I guess this toilet scenario is their dream come true. But personally, for me, I just don't like it. You know, I do like a certain amount of privacy. Like, I have been in situations in heterosexual relationships in the past where it is very intrusive. Like, you do sometimes like see the person on the toilet or in the shower and stuff. I'll be honest, like, it was a long-term relationship I was in, and that stuff does actually happen. I thought I was heterosexual for years, but I wasn't like it was happening all the time. I know you probably think that's really weird, right? But it's the way it goes sometimes. And people just don't really talk about this type of stuff. So, no, there's not. NAR, hello to you. Yeah, so people don't really talk about this stuff. But if you're an asexual person, for example, who's new to relationships, new to heterosexual relationships, new to being in a relationship with a heterosexual, this type of stuff does go on. And it's better to make you aware of it than not, really. Well, of course you have a choice, but, you know, there is a certain, like, I think with heterosexual type of relationships, there's a certain expectation that some things are just normal. But, I mean, whatever's normal is up to the people to decide who's in that relationship, you know what I mean? Sometimes now, things that I did in the past seem a bit bizarre. Because I thought I was heterosexual for years, and I didn't realise I was asexual, and some of it seems like a bit bizarre. I think I'm more, because I don't like a guy seeing me naked anymore. Like, I don't like him seeing my top part, my bottom part naked, even in a relationship. That's different to how I was in the past, so I guess that is why maybe I've changed even more on the, like, don't open the door when I'm on the toilet, don't open the door when I'm in the shower. I want my privacy and space, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's I think having this in the hub, I don't like the fact that, you know, if someone could see over the glass and into you on the toilet. I just think that's so kind of rude and intrusive, and I think that people should have a choice, but with the way they've done it, do you know what I mean? With the way they've done it there, it's not really a choice, is it? It's the way they've designed it. It's a crap design. That bit is, but I think everything else is good. I'm not sure about the you know, this touch screen as well. I can't really understand this fully. I don't know how to just turn the majority of the lights off and have it like a couple of bedside lights on, because there is no bedside lights. So it seems like it's impossible to turn the lights off and leave one little light on. And personally, I like having one bedside light on. So I don't know what to do about that, because I don't want to sleep completely in dark. So I'll probably have to keep a lot of the lights on. I probably won't get much sleep because I'll be like, oh, I've got too many lights on now. So yeah. But you know, I think it's important to know this stuff. I think it's important to share with you what it's like, and especially as this is Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month. I think it's important you know that some of this stuff goes on in relationships. Like, a lot of heterosexuals like seeing the full body, you know, and don't care about when and where that's seen in the home, if you know what I mean. Some people obviously like kinky stuff, and they like to, when we talk about kinky stuff, right, some people like, for example, sex in public places. You do know that, don't you? Like, I do know that myself. You know, some people like sex over the bonnet of a car. I don't know if you know this stuff. And all this type of stuff, sex in the toilets in clubs and all sorts of weird and wonderful, if you're into that type of thing, stuff. So just because someone's asexual doesn't necessarily mean to say they're never going to do this stuff if they are sex indifferent, sex positive, sex neutral. A sex repulsed asexual isn't really going to want to have sex at all usually. But I just want you to know this stuff goes on. This stuff goes on, people, and it's better to be forewarned if you're new to a relationship with a possible heterosexual. Do you know what I mean? It's really difficult for me because in some ways I'm better suited to heterosexual guys because of the kissing aspect, because I do have some sexual behaviour but zero sexual attraction. And so in some ways I'm more suited to a sexual guy, but in other ways I'm not, because I don't want the sex, I don't want kids, I don't want marriage, traditional stuff. And, you know, I'm new to repulse. Like, I don't want a guy seeing my top half, and I don't need to see him below the waist. So I'm like, I'm always kind of like too sexual for some asexuals and behaviour, but not sexual enough for sexuals. So I suit heterosexuals better, or they suit me better in some ways, and they don't in others. That asexual guy suits me better, and me him better. So it's just a nightmare sometimes. You know what it's like with asexuality and relationship. We know, don't we? It's very difficult, especially if you're sex repulsed asexual. It can be tough. But we always have to remember our value, people. Our value, what we bring to the table. Just because we don't have sex doesn't mean to say that the other person is not getting someone who is kind, caring, thoughtful, good at connecting emotionally, because asexuals love through emotional connection. We're more focused on the person's personality, the hobbies, the interests, the commonalities, the stuff that actually holds the relationships together for the long run. And it is different, it is unconventional, and I personally am totally unconventional anyway, but we have to remember our actual person, if we're interested in getting a person for a relationship, our actual person will love all the quirkiness and will love all the things about us specifically, and they'll want to be in a relationship with just us because of what we bring uniquely to the table in that relationship. If they don't love us for those things and they can't match that, then it's not a match. You've got to remember that. So, you know what I mean? I need a guy who loves my energy, who's like, I like being around Sandra's energy. It's good for me, you know? Because obviously some guys don't like the energy, other guys are going to like the energy. But some guys just like it temporarily because it's like an experience for them. It's like, I'm like this all the time, people. Do you know what I mean? Apart from if I'm really tired, sometimes I'm not quite like this all the time, but I love being like this, you know what I mean? I love being hyper. So we have to remember that the person we end up in a relationship with, if we want a relationship, has got to be the person that chooses us because of not just us in theory, but us in practice, you know, our personality, our character traits, our nuances, our unique energy that we bring into this world. And I'm sure there's going to be one guy somewhere that's going to be like, I don't want kids, I don't want marriage, I don't want sex. Oh my God, what a relief when I don't have to have those things. And yes, I like quirkiness, I like different, I like upside down, unconventional stuff like Sandra gives. Bring it on. But yeah, the trouble is, it's when you're unconventional and different, and then you come up against people who are not like that. You can't win in that situation. You know what I mean? Because they won't see your value and beauty in your nuances and your differences, because they want to be like everyone else. They want to be like the usual stereotypical conditioned sex, marriage, kids, live together, basically. We all know it's conditioning. I know people have a choice, but I think it's a shame people don't understand they're being conditioned And then it's actually a choice, because it's not really a choice if you're being conditioned, is it? But you know what I mean? People don't really see a different life. And I think it's important to know that you can have a different, beautiful life without sex. If you so want, you can have an amazing life. I probably am more sexual in behaviour sometimes than some sexuals are, but without the sex. So what do I mean by this? Well, some people who have sex, they literally don't do much kissing, and they just do stick it in sex, which I hate. I mean, I'm an asexual that has had sex in the past, and you know what I mean? It's just so boring. And it's like, oh, well, you just have stick it in sex. Hardly any kissing, hardly any foreplay, and that's it. At least if, like, with me personally, like, I love loads of kissing, the excitements and the kissing, the excitements and the physical closeness with clothes on. That's a lot more sensual and satisfying for a very much long period of time than just stick it in sex, believe me. It's much more exciting. It is in my personal opinion anyway, and some guy will appreciate that one day, if there's a guy out there for me. If not, I'll be happy being single, dating myself, thinking, I'm going on a hot date with myself every week, watching myself in the shower. No other guy, no other person. I said no other guy like I'm a guy. But I think, you know, if you're on your own, single, then and a girl, you kind of have to be, if you're like into guy, you have to be like the girl and the guy to yourself, right? You have to be like the girl that you are and the boyfriend to yourself that you don't currently have or not gonna have. And you're like, yes, let me be both. We can be both, people. And that's how I'm thinking. I haven't had much sleep, as you can probably tell, because I'm coming up with all these abstract concepts. They're not completely abstract. There's like truth to them, but I'm coming up with kind of like things I don't usually discuss with you on this channel. But it's stuff you should know, right? So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you for now. Happy Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month. What day are we on? What day are we on, people? Day 17, right? And I hope you found this very insightful about what some sexual couples get up to, or if you end up in a relationship with a heterosexual person. It's really funny because some of the guys I come across, right, I think they're more conservative than I am, and I'm an asexual person, but then I'm loud and proud, aren't I? And I like to be shocking and controversial. Who wants to be boring and just blend in with everyone? I don't, you know. I like to be stand out, controversial. I love kissing in public, for example. And I'm going around thinking, Sandra, you love kissing in public so much. I'm like, yeah, because it's exciting. It's more exciting, isn't it? Because you're like being naughty in a way. Do you know what I mean? Like, asexuals can be naughty in an asexual way, so you can be naughty without having sex, if you know what I mean. Because it's kind of like got this naughty aspect. It's like, oh my god, you're kissing and cuddling and sitting on laps in public. Shocker. It shouldn't really be shocking considering a lot of the sexual things people get up to these days, but you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a bit naughty. So, hey, Hayley, nice to see you. So I think it's nice to be a bit controversial, a bit naughty in that way, a bit like, oh, okay. So what, I'm snogging in public. I love it. That's not the whole point in public exciting, but I'm a public girl. And I like being like that, you know? So I think whatever feels good to us, is what we must do and what makes us happy. So yeah, anyway, my battery's going to die soon because I've been using it nearly all day. So I'm going to have to go, but I love you and leave you for now. But happy Asexual Perspectives Awareness Month, celebrating our diversity across the asexual spectrum and our differences within it. I'm currently in London and I'm going to be going to the Love Life Live event tomorrow with Matthew Hussey, he's the world's #1 dating and confidence coach in the world on YouTube, and I'm part of his Love Life Club, learning from the best. So when I learn from the best, it means I can give better and good advice to you. So yeah, anyway, lots of love. Nice to see you, Hayley, and Nah, take care. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. Oh, thank you for saying good luck tomorrow. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe. Yeah, if you hit the bell icon, you'll get notified of when I go live. I don't think I can video the event tomorrow. I think we're not allowed. I think it's controversial. Controversial. I was going to say, because I've been talking about being controversial. I think it's confidential, and then we're not allowed to do it because it's copyrighted to Matthew. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think we'll be allowed to do that. Just so you know, I probably can't take any footage. I might be able to probably take a shorts video of the outside of the hotel I'm going at, but I don't think I'm going to be able to film any of the stuff. But anyway, don't forget to keep being ace. Lots of love, and I'll see you soon on next video live stream. Stay tuned and see you. I'll be in love live soon. Lots of love.